Hi, Cliff Brake from Beck Systems, talking about next generation embedded Linux build systems. A series of experiments to explore ideas on how we can make developer workflows more efficient and much faster. So one of the things we find ourselves doing during these embedded Linux developments is making changes to some of these units. So let's just look at simple IoT, and this is a package or a application I wrote. So if we press the edit key, it will edit the unit. And notice it's a Go package. Here's the source. We pin it to this tag by default. It's also a branch field, and this is the branch we switch to when we switch to development mode for a unit. So if we shell into the source directory in the build for this unit, we press the $sign and we do a get remote. Notice that it's currently pointing at a cached version of this repo. So what Yo does is it caches all the downloads and stuff, kind of like Yocto. But if we want to make a change, we obviously can't push it to this cache. We want to push it to the upstream repo. So currently we're pinned. Let's switch to development mode, and that's the U key. If you press question mark now, you'll see some help on different things you can do. Let's press the U key. And the other thing that's kind of handy is we often want to switch to an SSH, get URL instead of HTTPS. Many of us use SSH. By default, we check out as HTTPS for convenience, but for development, let's switch to SSH. Now it's going to ask us how much history we want. Typically you don't need a whole lot of history to make a quick change. And for things like the Linux kernel, this really saves a lot of time because pulling the full history for the Linux kernel is big. So in this case, we'll just do 100. Notice the source field switched to dev modified. And if we shell into the source, notice we're automatically connected to our SSH upstream URL, and we're on the master branch. So let's make a change to this. Let's see, main, and let's just change the message that prints when it starts. Notice it shows now as dev dirty, and that means we have uncommitted changes in the source tree. Let's go ahead and build this, and let's start a QEMU instance of this. So we'll just start another Yo session. Again, Yo is designed to run multiple instances so that you can have multiple things going on at once. So let's run this. Oops. Okay, currently when Simple IoT starts, it starts with this. So let's actually change it to something different. Source. We'll change it to hi there, Simple IoT. So again, these shortcuts like the shell and the edit, they quickly allow us to jump to wherever things live and make changes. So let's go ahead and build this again. Notice the cache went away once we made a source change because it calculates the cache hash based on a get diff when we're in dev mode. So let's deploy this. We'll do a capital D, and it's already saved the last place we've deployed to. And if we come over here and run Simple IoT, notice our change is now propagated to the target system. Okay, so say we want to save this change. We can can shell in here. Let's commit this change. And get back here. Now we're in dev mod. We're no longer in a dirty state. Now one thing we may want to do, if this is a permanent change, we want to update our recipe again to show that, or to pin it to this hash version. So let's look at what our hash is. So our hash is 5BC, let's remember that. And the pin command is capital P, and I don't think I have it mapped here right now. So let's go into the unit details, and if we do help, we'll see the P command here. Pin the current head into the star.tag. So if we pin it, we're pinned. Now if we go back and edit this source, we'll notice the tag is pinned at 5BC. So this gives us a quick way to make changes in a Git repo, point it at the upstream, make the changes, and then come back here and pin it. If there was a tag at this hash, it would have picked the tag over the hash if we'd have done a full release cycle. So again, this is just showing how we're trying to really couple in the development experience, the application development experience with the system build tool, eliminate unnecessary lessons or layers, keep everything tightly coupled, and then give us a way to easily switch between like a pin and a development workflow for each unit. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.